Watch this before giving out your children's used clothes to strangers. A chilling tale of caution and wisdom. Sarah was a kind-hearted mother of 3 who always believed in generosity. She lived in a quiet town where neighbors knew each other, and people often exchanged things freely. Whenever her children outgrew their clothes, she would neatly pack them in bags and donate them to families in need. It was something she had done for years, never thinking much of it. One winter, as she was cleaning out the closets, she came across a pile of barely worn clothes that no longer fit her youngest son, Daniel. Without hesitation, she packed them into a bag and set them by the front door, intending to drop them off at a nearby charity the next day. However, later that evening, there was a knock at her door. When she opened it, a frail-looking woman stood outside, clutching a worn shawl around her shoulders. "Please, ma'am," the woman said in a trembling voice, "I heard that you often give away clothes. My sister just had a baby, and we have nothing warm for him." Sarah's heart ached for the woman. The bitter wind outside convinced her that the baby needed those clothes immediately. Without thinking twice, she handed the woman the bag and wished her well. The woman thanked her profusely and disappeared into the cold night. Days passed, and Sarah thought nothing of the encounter until one night, she was jolted awake by a chilling whisper. "Thank you for the gift, but do you know where it's going?" Sarah sat up in bed, her heart pounding. The voice was so clear, yet the room was empty. She told herself it was just her imagination. But then Daniel, her youngest son, started acting strangely. He became restless, waking up in the middle of the night screaming about a lady in black standing at his bed. His once cheerful laughter turned to silence, and he barely ate. One evening, as Sarah tucked Daniel in, he gripped her wrist tightly and whispered, "Mommy, she wants her clothes back." Fear crawled up Sarah's spine. She didn't understand what was happening, but deep inside, she knew something wasn't right. She confided in an elderly neighbor, Mrs. Thompson, who had lived in the town for decades. The old woman listened carefully and sighed heavily before speaking. "Child, not everyone who asks for help has good intentions. In some cultures, used clothing carries the essence of the person who wore it. Some people use such items for dark purposes, rituals, curses, or binding a soul to suffering." Sarah felt sick to her stomach. Could it be that she had unknowingly handed over her son's essence to someone with ill intentions? Determined to get to the bottom of it, Sarah decided to find the mysterious woman. She asked around town, describing her frail figure, but no one seemed to know her. It was as if she had vanished. Desperate, she turned to a local pastor, who advised her to pray over all her children's belongings before giving them away. He also warned her to be cautious of whom she gifted personal items. Following his advice, Sarah gathered her remaining children's clothes and prayed over them. That night, she had a vivid dream. She saw a shadowy figure holding the very bag of clothes she had given away. The figure whispered, "This one was easy to take, but I want more." Terrified, Sarah woke up covered in sweat. She knew she had to do something drastic. She and her husband went to a different church, where the pastor led a powerful prayer for their family. They anointed Daniel and the entire house, rebuking any evil that may have come through the clothing. That very night, Daniel slept peacefully for the first time in weeks. The dark presence that had loomed over their home was gone. From that day forward, Sarah never gave away her children's clothes without praying over them first. She also chose to donate only to reputable charities rather than handing them to strangers. The lesson. While generosity is a beautiful trait, wisdom must accompany it. In many traditions and cultures, personal items like clothing, hair, or even photographs can be used for spiritual or supernatural purposes, both good and bad. Before giving away your children's used clothes to strangers, pray over them, cleanse them spiritually, and be mindful of where they go. Not every request for help is innocent, and not every recipient has good intentions. Let Sarah's chilling experience serve as a reminder: always protect your home, your family, and the essence of those you love. Don't forget like, comment and subscribe for more stories.